Now, the latest conspiracy, and they're just testing to see if enough of you will buy it, so you can come back to me, I'm calling it right here, is that President Trump, there was never an attempted assassination. It actually never happened. It's fake. It's a psyop. That brings us to this week's seditious conspiracy. So I've seen this in a few places, but it's always more fun if you can have Jesse Ventura say it.
I didn't know he was still around.
Yeah, he was on. At first, I saw it. I didn't know if it was him or Meth Head Santa. You'll see.
Both.
He was on Piers Morgan, and he tried to insinuate that the Trump assassination was fake, and of course had zero substantiation beyond.
Come on, Piers. Oh, really, Piers? You believe that? All right.
Here you go.
There is a UFC whole event going on imminently at the White House. Maybe they could extend it and have you against Trump.
Do you think he'd have the guts to do that? Are you kidding me?
Well, when he got
this guy,
when he got shot, Jesse. To be fair to Trump,
wait a minute, Piers.
To be fair to Trump, when he got shot,
I'm going to tell you.
When he got shot, he got back up and said, fight.
Oh, yeah, right. You ever hear of a blade job? Anyway.
A blade? What, you think he was fake?
Anyway, I don't know. Where's his scar today?
Somebody died, literally, sitting behind him.
I don't know. You know, come on, Piers. You're going to tell me this guy's a big hero now?
I thought that day he was.
That's what you're going to tell me?
That day he was.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, well, then he accomplished what he wanted out of you guys.
No, I think you can be heroic on one day and you can be less heroic on others. But if you ask me, was he heroic when he got shot? Yeah, and I think those who try to pretend he wasn't actually shot or anything, it's ridiculous.
You're right. You know what I feel bad about was that if he'd have joined us in Vietnam, we might have won, huh?
Now, see, this is what they do. They throw out a claim, okay? They substantiate it, not at all. Then they act incredulous when you call them on it, like,
oh, come on. Look, I was in an underwater demolition. You think this guy was?
Well, no, you said that he wasn't shot.
Yeah.
And then they move to sarcasm. By the way, the laziest form of humor.
Oh, I bet you he would have been so good at war in Vietnam, right? I'm implying he wouldn't be, tough guy. Did you know I went to Vietnam? It's like, what I'm saying is like it's opposite day. Like when you were in grade school, you'd wear your shirt on backwards. I'm saying he in fact was not in Vietnam.
But I was. I'm a hero.
But could you imagine if President Trump was a hero in Vietnam? It'd be pretty cool. Trump is the best. That's about how I
think. Hey, why are you running, tough guy? Why don't you try running into the flames?
That's awesome. And of course, it's just funny because it's Jesse Ventura. He's out of his mind. And by the way, he is the template for all the new trash journalists, conspiracy theorists, right?
I'm just asking questions.
I called into Dennis Miller's radio show probably 10, 15 years ago as Jesse Ventura. And I would throw out a bunch of outlandish things. And every time I'd say, well hold on. I was like, do you think that happened? I go,
I don't know, Dennis. I don't know. I'm just asking questions, tough guy.
That's and that's what you see now. I'm just asking questions. But if you never provide an answer, or there's an answer in the question that's implied that can be easily disproven. He's not the only one. Check the references. We provide them every show, 11 a.m. Eastern, when we stream. Bunch of conspiracy theorists out there testing the water. If it picks up enough traction, they will then pump it into the mainstream. I've seen this pattern. So let's go through the claims that you see. They're very, very easily debunked. This doesn't mean that it's 100% proven to be true, but you could say that about anything. We can simply disprove the initial claims that are being made before the goalposts get moved. Look for that too. It's going to happen. One of them,
where's his scar? Where's his scar?
Here's his scar.
Well, crap.
Okay.
It's a small one.
Small one. Sure.
Nobody said it blew his ear off.
Nope. There's a scar.
Where is it? You ever hear of a blade job?
That's in wrestling when they cut their forehead. Like, all right. No way to say. I guess now we've gone from where's his scar to there it is.
Well, he could have done it himself.
But you said where is his scar? Okay. Let's go to the next one, where Pierce Morgan, I think, did a pretty good job there.
He did, yeah.
The man who was killed, Mr. I've heard it pronounced comparator and comparator. When that was brought up.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
You got anything more than that? The bod? So, okay, here's why here's the proof. None of it can be 100%. That's the position that people are being. Family, coworkers, police, government officials, including Shapiro there in Pennsylvania, all confirmed the death. Are they all in on it? Other people are offering other conspiracies, again, that cannot be proven or disproven. Here's one that I've heard is, well, why didn't they rush him off the stage? That's another one you're going to see. Why don't they this is clearly not real because they wouldn't allow him to get up and pump his fist. They would have immediately taken him off stage. This is all theater. Well, they did try, and there's audio that has not been disputed that clearly demonstrates why he was there and wanted to inspire people.
Let me get my shoes. I got you, sir. Let me get my shoes, sir.
Hold that in your head. It's bloody.
So we gotta move to the bus. Let me get my shoes.
Okay, my shoes down.
Watch out.
Wait.
They were all in on it, I guess, too. Where you say, it still doesn't make sense. Guys, what are we doing here? And if you're going to try and take away one of the most significant moments in presidential history that certainly I can remember in my lifetime, as far as, would you guys probably say as far as someone running for office, this was the most significant event or to happen to an individual? I'm not talking about 9/11.
In my 36 years, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
I remember where I was.
I was born in the 80s, but
yeah,
there's things before, but yeah.
Certainly up there.
Yeah.
And that's a big reason as to why he won. It inspired a lot of people. Afterwards, you even had Zuckerberg and you had Elon Musk saying, look, that's really badass.
Yeah.
Now you have people on the right, for some reason, they always lean toward taking away a win. Taking away the ability for President Trump to be inspiring in any capacity while telling you it's because they're America first. Also, time-traveling Jesse Ventura had some words in a rebuttal for current Jesse Ventura.
Bunch of slack-jawed faggots around here.
See, I like that one better.
Yeah, he had a cool mustache.
And I'll open the floor to you. Anything I'm missing? I hate that we even have to address this, but I know this is going to be a thing that more people are going to carry. They'll try and...
It seems like it's cropped back up because of the Iran thing. Because they were trying to say that President Trump truly does believe that Iran did make plans to try and assassinate him, whether that was Butler, whether it was a golf course, whether there was other things that didn't happen. There's actually been a court case that concluded that somebody testified that they were paid by Iran. I think it was a Pakistani man, if I remember correctly. He believes that, and so they're starting to undercut that in the frame of we're at kind of war-ish with Iran right now. So I've seen this on the fringes, but now it's starting to make its way into the mainstream a little bit. And I'm like, I see what you're doing.
Yeah,
it's always something else.
Look, I know about ice. The first thing I did when I got in the hotel was I went down to the ice maker on the second floor and I put it in my bucket. I make sure to use the bag. I got to use the bag to keep it sanitary because I've been using ice all my life, Big Chief.
I don't think it's about ice, to be clear. I wish it was now, but...
Yeah, you wouldn't know. I don't just have an ice maker at home. All right, buddy, I got a nugget ice maker. That's where it's like a reverse godforsaken snowflake where it actually adds layers and it's crunchy, it's satisfying. You wouldn't know about ice. Don't try and talk to me about ice. All right, tough guy.
Yeah.
And here's
And people buy it though. They buy it. They go, "Oh yeah, he's a war hero. Look at him. He blew up unexploded ordnance underwater in the 70s or 60s or 75 years ago. Who cares?
Yeah.
He knows everything."
And I've seen the people pushing this a lot. And again, I'd say it's 50% on the right, and this is just an estimate, 50% on the left.
I think it'd be higher on the right.
Yeah, I think
From what
it'd be higher
I've seen, it's almost all on
Watch,
these fringe
these
right.
people are going to go, listen to Jesse Ventura. Why they'll go, I don't care about left or right, man. I care about truth. Do you know what he supported? Do you know what his policies are as far as when he was governor? This is what people say. The one answer, look, and I will tell you, it's a sickness. AIPAC can go screw themselves with a wire brush. To be clear, I don't think we need to be sending any money to Israel at all whatsoever. I think they need to fight their own battles, and we need to protect our country. And if our interests ever align, and I think they align probably less often than many have claimed, more often than some would like to believe, great. Find out where that works. But some people now would tell you, well, the reason that the right and the left and all these folks have come together who campaign against each other to gaslight you, to psyop you, is because they're really controlled by the Jews. And I've heard this quite a bit, right? They go, it's just a few people at the top who want us all fighting, man. Left versus right. It's the elite. And they believe that it's largely the Jews. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. So the Jews are so convincing. The Jews, not Israel, the Jews are so convincing that Democrats willingly took part in a staged assassination plot that would guarantee Donald Trump a better chance at being elected?
Right.
Oh, that's right. It doesn't matter because he's also controlled by the Jews. So at the end, it's the same thing. Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, you're going to get the same results. We all know Kamala Harris would have declared that there were two genders. We all know that she would have had the same policy on tariffs. We all know that she wouldn't have continued Biden's policy on the border that led to 12 to 20 million illegal aliens getting in. She would have closed it just like Donald Trump. There's no difference. There's no difference. You're just being psyoped. Okay. I hope we can do better. And I'm not talking about you, but just question everything that you read out there right now. Because ultimately, if you follow it to the end of the trail, you're like, oh, okay. That's what this is about. Jesse Ventura, he's back now. Him and his riffraff.
The bod is back.
Former governor of Minnesota here. You can call me the bod.
No, I won't.
I won't.
All right, tough guy.
Call you a skeleton at some point.
Yeah, sounds to me like a blade job.
What?
This Sunday on Geriatric Wrestling, watch Jesse Ventura, the bod.
It's just so sad.
The sagging bod.
I like Pierce's idea though. It'd be nice to see them fight. That'd be cool.
It would.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have like a Santa outfit. Like,
yeah.
I'm coming down your chimney tonight there, Big Chief. And all I have is coal and ass whippings, and I'm straight out of coal, tough guy.
Trump shows up wearing the Grinch outfit.
That would be awesome.
Steal your Christmas.